Hello everybody, I am the Helpful Witch, and today we're gonna have a recap about everything you need to know about Hogwarts Legacy and the things you need to do before its release on the 10th of February. Additionally, I will have a very quick update to my how it's gonna begin theory video, where I'm just gonna let you know what I think the game is going to start with very quickly. If you enjoyed this video and you've seen maybe one of my videos before, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. Only a very small part of you are subscribed, of the people that watch my video. I would really appreciate it, as I'm a very small YouTuber and I would like to keep growing. And with that out of the way, let's jump straight into the video. Okay, first, what is Hogwarts Legacy for the people that are tuning in very late into the conversation and don't know what's going on? Hogwarts Legacy is an open world RPG game set in the late 1800s, where you're gonna be able to actually explore the world of Harry Potter by yourself, bringing yourself into Hogwarts as a customizable character. Now, because this is in the 1800s, we won't see any of the characters that we've seen before in the Harry Potter books or films, as well as in the Fantastic Beasts stories. What is really exciting about this game is that for the first time we can actually bring ourselves into the game, so you can customize your character as you want. So you can be a witch or a wizard, you can be anything you want, you can also be evil, but in addition to all of this, you can also explore a fully rendered Hogwarts castle. So you can go in every of the common rooms, you can explore every little nook and cranny of Hogwarts, as well as outside of Hogwarts, including Hogsmeade. So this is the first that we've ever seen into a video game, and it's gonna be amazing. We've seen already lots of previews. Some people got to play the game early, so if you have not seen the Hogwarts castle all around it, I will consider checking out some of these videos, although maybe check some of the showcases from the actual Hogwarts Legacy channels, so that you can keep yourself still some of the surprise from when the game releases. The game will not include a morality system, although you can become evil in the game, and this is where we have guessed that there is going to be actually multiple endings, rather than having the game really keeping track of what you're doing or whether you're casting the unforgivable curses or not. So there won't be an actual active morality system, but at the end of the game you will actually be able to see your choices having an impact. So this is another very interesting thing, which is that this game will actually have choices from very small side quests to very big side quests or very big main game quests. You'll be actually able to choose your path and create your own legacy within Hogwarts, hence the name of the game. You'll be able to attend schools at Hogwarts, and you also will be able to see the season throughout the Hogwarts school year. However, both of these things are locked throughout main game progression. Therefore, if you're progressing the main story, you will also progress the different seasons, and you will also be able to attend different classes and learn new spells. However, if you're just wanting to explore the Hogwarts castle and you would like to play a Hogwarts simulator, so going to schools 5 times a day, you might not be able to do this because they're all locked behind the main story. So you will need to progress the game to do this. This doesn't mean there won't be any side quests. It's actually been confirmed that there will be over 100 side quests. So you will have a lot of things to do apart from progressing the main quest, and there's already been some speculation about how long the game is going to be. I'm not gonna say anything right now just because there has been some leaks about this, so I don't want to put anything out, even though maybe it's something that we all could have guessed. But just think about a normal RPG open world game and more or less the hours are going to be similar. We have plenty of new professors throughout our Hogwarts Legacy experience. There is actually a couple of names that we already know. Big names include the headmaster, which is going to be Professor Nigelius Black, which was an ancestor of Sirius Black. And on top of that, we also have what in the Harry Potter game was Minerva McGonagall. We actually have a Weasley now. So you will actually be able to see a teacher called Weasley, who is going to actually help us throughout our journey. And she will also give us a very interesting book, which is actually going to be the field guide. And this field guide will help us get on top of our coursework, because we will start the game as a 5th year. This is very unusual for Harry Potter and also for this game. So we will need to start catching up in terms of learning new spells and learning everything that there is to learn between year 1 and year 5 that we have missed at Hogwarts. You will also be able to attend many different classes that includes Defensive Against the Dark Arts, Potion, Transfiguration, Divination, Astrology, History of Magic, and many others. Quidditch will not be in the game, however this was something that they really tried hard to put into the game, and who knows, a lot of people are speculating we will get a DLC for, or even a second game if this one does well, to be able to play Quidditch. However, on top of Quidditch, there is also not going to be into the game Gobblestones and Wizard Chess. However, we have seen that there is going to be at least one other minigame that we can play, and possibly others that will keep us entertained in our downtime between our main quest and our side quests. On top of that, you will also be able to duel your classmates with the dueling club, and you will will also be able to keep yourself entertained in the room of requirement by, again, catching up on all the work you need to do because you're starting as a 5th year. So you'll be able to brew potions, learn care of magical creatures, and actually be able to go into the overworld and gather some of these magical creatures and then nurture them back to life, or even breed them and feed them inside of the room of requirements. So this is basically everything you need to know to make a decision about the game or understand what the game is about, but I will give you a very bonus brief theory about how the game will start. Now, I've done a full video about this, so go and check it out in case you haven't seen it, but we have very small information that I've surfaced, so I will also be covering that right now. I'd previously theorized that Professor Fig was going to come and find us because he wanted to stop Ranrock from before finding us, as we have a very unique power, which is being able to wield ancient magic, and this is something that not many people can do, if any, at this time in Hogwarts Legacy. However, this is where we have some new information, and this is that basically Professor Fig had a wife called Miriam who died recently in trying to find more about her ancient magic. She was very interested in studying ancient magic, and she was doing lots of different exploration and researching why this ancient magic was disappearing and where this ancient magic was still is, and she recently died under mysterious circumstances. Now Professor Fig, of course, wants to know how his wife passed away and what happened, so he ends up probably finding us following the research of his wife. On top of this, we know who our bad evil guys are going to be, and this is Ranrock, the leader of the Goblin Rebellion, who joined forces with the Dark Wizard Victor Rookwood. Both of them are trying to find the ancient magic, probably because the goblins in particular want to be able to wield wands and want to rebel against the wizards and witches. Therefore, they are thinking that with this ancient magic they're going to be able to do that, and because we are able to wield this ancient magic, they want to get us so that we can teach them or pass on this ancient magic to them. Additionally, we have theorized a lot about Merlin. Merlin seems to be playing a very big part into this game, although this is very much past his time. Therefore, we have speculated that we are actually a Merlin descendant, and this is why we are able to wield ancient magic. Merlin was able to wield ancient magic as well as many other different things, such as he was very agile in the divination arts, and he was also very interested in running puzzles and creating books and things to store this ancient magic. So throughout our game, we will probably run with Professor Fig, trying to find all of this ancient magic strongholds and all of these ancient magic tools, such as his book and wand, which we have seen possibly in the collector's edition as well as some different trailers. So now it will be up to us to decide what we want to do and how we want to play this game, and whether we want to be an evil witch or wizard, and whether we want to actually possibly even ally with the goblins or possibly with Victor trying to take over Rockwood. We still don't know that yet, but what we know is that we are able to use the 3 unforgivable curses. They have all been confirmed. That is Imperio, Crucio, and Avada Kedavra. They're all in the game, and we've actually seen them in the second gameplay showcase. So if you're curious about that, go definitely check out the video from Hogwarts Legacy where they go through all of these different unforgivable curses. Now, as I said before, we won't really know exactly what the impact on the game this will have, because we have been told that we will be able to still use these curses around the world without really an impact. However, what will have an impact on our playthrough is whether we decide to learn them, whether we decide to use them during the side quest. So that will be interesting to see how that plays out, and we won't know honestly until the game releases. Now, if you have listened until here, I'm guessing you're very interested about this Hogwarts Legacy game, and if you are, then I would definitely suggest you decide whether you want to play the game for yourself or whether you're just happy to watch a playthrough. I will be doing one on my channel, so definitely check mine out if you're interested. But if you are interested in buying the game for yourself, I would suggest that this is the time to make a decision on, first of all, whether you want to buy the game as a pre-order or not. This is important because there will be some pre-order bonuses. Therefore, if any of these pre-order bonuses interest you, again, I would suggest you go and purchase your pre-order rather than waiting and missing out on these bonuses. From all of our understanding, these pre-order bonuses will never be able to purchase again, even if you purchase the game after, because there will only be one in-game purchase, which is actually being able to purchase what is in the digital deluxe edition at the beginning of the game. I will touch on what that is in a second, but very quickly, the pre-order bonuses purchases are mainly the Onyx Hippogriff as well as the Felix Felicis potion. Please know that the Felix Felicis potion, it's only available if you're purchasing a pre-order of the PS5 or PS4 game. Therefore, if you want to get the Felix Felicis recipe, the only way to get it is to pre-order the game on PS5 or PS4. Something that we're still unsure of, unfortunately, is whether you will be able to obtain the Felix Felicis potion anywhere else, because this is talking about a recipe, so you might not be able to buy the recipe anywhere if you don't buy on PS5 or PS4. However, maybe you will be able to buy the actual potion itself already completed. This is something that unfortunately we don't have confirmation of, but if you don't want to risk it and you're able to play on a PS5 or a PS4, you can make that decision and decide to buy one of those games. However, another quick note as we're talking about PS4 is that there is different release dates. Yes, this is quite complicated, and this is why I'm making a video about it, as a lot of new people will not know all of this stuff. So if you're wanting to buy the game for PS5, PC, Xbox Series X or X, then you will be able to make a purchase and pre-buy the game, and if you're getting the deluxe edition, you will also be able to play the game early on the 7th of February. However, if you're just buying the standard edition, you will be able to play the game on the 10th of February as most other people. However, if you're planning on buying the game for PS4 or Xbox One, you will not be able to play the game until the 4th of April, and if you're planning on buying it for Nintendo Switch, you will also not be able to play until July 25th. So please take that into account as we go through all different editions of the game. Now, as I said, the standard edition will include the base game, and if you pre-order the Onyx Hippogriff as well as the Felix Felicis potion recipe, only for PlayStation orders. If you're wanting to buy the deluxe edition, and note that you will be able to buy these extra as a one-time purchase once you launch the game on release. This will include 72 hours early access, which of course you will not get if you're purchasing the normal game and then buying the add-ons on the 10th of February or 4th of April or 25th of July, but you will still be able to get the Onyx Hippogriff on top of the Dark Arts pack. This will include the Thirster Mount Dark Arts cosmetic set, which is a robe, and you will also be able to use the Dark Arts Battle Arena. Now, the Battle Arena is going to be basically a place where you can just use your different spells and try to play around with your combat style and test your different spells against different enemies. However, the Dark Arts Battle Arena, you will be able to use the 3 unforgivable curses even if you're playing good. That won't have any impact on your actual playthrough, but you'll be able to use them in the Dark Arts Battle Arena. So if you're interested in that, again, that will only come with the deluxe edition. On top of that, if you're buying the digital version, you will also get the Dark Arts Garrison hat, which unfortunately you will not be getting if you're buying a physical deluxe edition. Having said all of this, I was going to go through also the collector's edition. However, very interestingly, they have just removed it from the website. The official website does not have the collector's edition in any of the languages that I checked, which I find very interesting. However, just very quickly, you probably missed out on it. However, it was £300. I'm not entirely sure how many different dollars, euros, or whatever it was in your country. However, it was quite a lot, and it included the Dark Arts pack without, of course, the Dark Arts Garrison hat, because that's just for the digital deluxe edition, and also a book and wand, which we have speculated being the Merlin book and wand, and these were actually magnetic so that the wand was going to float above the open book, as well as a steel disc pack. The last thing to note is that if you're buying the game again on PlayStation, whether that is PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, you will also get the Haunted Hogsmeade shop quest. This is only available, at least for the first year of the game release, in the PlayStation version of the game. So if you're keen to play this, I suggest you get the PlayStation version if you're able to play it. If not, then you will have to wait 1 year. In the quest, you'll be able to actually get shop in Hogsmeade that you will be able to run and sell all of your gears for actually a higher price than anywhere else. Now, if you've decided to make a digital purchase, a lot of the consoles, especially the Xbox, will actually be able to allow you to download the game early. This won't mean that you'll be able to play, but you will be ready to play as Midnight Strike in your country. Additionally, if you're playing on PC, please check out the game specs to ensure that your PC will be able to run the game on release. Now, if you're a fan of Harry Potter, you might know this already, but you can create a Harry Potter fan club account and get sorted teleported and get a chosen wand as well as a Patronus in the Pottermon, which now I think is the Wizarding World website, and you'll be able to do this and link your account with the Warner Bros. Game account, where it will allow you to actually gain access to a very special set of robes that you will be able to use in game, as well as a special mask. Again, these you won't be available anywhere else unless you link these two accounts. If you link the accounts, you will also be able to carry on your house as well as your wand in the game, so if you're keen to do that, definitely link your accounts. However, if you're not happy with the choices you got during your test, you can actually, even if you link your account, you can still choose your house and your wand during the game. However, you will also be able to choose one or the other, so it's a good thing to kind of link it so that you have it there in case, as well as unlocking these extra cosmetic pack. One more thing to consider before you start the game is actually to decide on which difficulty you want to play. You really don't want to get stuck in the option menu before you start the game. You want to be able to just get in and start playing the game immediately, so I suggest you give a very brief thought about which difficulty you want to play on. There will be 4 difficulty, the first one being story mode, easy, normal, and then hard difficulty. However, we have had some reports of the people that actually were able to play the game early, saying that the compact will be challenging yet satisfying. Therefore, this is something to keep in mind if you're indecisive between a couple of these options, as well as thinking about whether you're more keen to explore the castle and just be able to look around without being worried about enemies or other people attacking you, or for example, if you're somebody like me who is actually going to want to explore everything, even looking very closely at the cloak and all of the design of the enemies, and then maybe you want an easier difficulty because you'll just be standing around wanting them to just pose around for you so that you can look at all the different details, because this game, from what we've seen, has insane details on everything, and starting to daydream about all the different robes during combat, it might not be the best idea. So give a little think about which difficulty you want to play ahead of the game so that you can jump straight into the game once it releases. Be careful around spoilers. This is my last tip. Be careful around spoilers. There's actually a lot of spoilers going around. There was a couple of weeks ago a lot of spoilers, and I'm guessing there's just gonna be more as the game approaches its release date. Now there is a lot of also gameplay videos of people that actually got to play around with the game a couple of weeks ago, but again, check those out at your own risk, because although they don't really go in through the story, they will actually still show quite a bit of Hogwarts, and if you really want to experience that yourself, I suggest not checking out those videos because they could actually contain a little bit of spoiler for you. So now this is hopefully everything you need to know about the game before release to be able to make a decision, play the game, or just check out somebody playing it on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed this video. From next week we will start being able to play the game, and I will have a full playthrough on my YouTube channel, so check that out. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing me play, and I hope to see you in the next video. Now, thank you so much for reaching the end of another one of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!